First Nations Gems in Western Australia will be in action. Let's look at the Western Australian side. Ellie Warren is the fullback, Alex King and Tian Barnett in the centres. Huia Swinnell and Ariana Harangi are the centres. Jaria Turner and Rachel Withers are the halves. Heather Matto and Maharangi Clare and Seva Ravatudi are the front row. The back row, Therese Leaf, Tirahana War and Annika Stevens completing the starting side. Puhai Pomare, Demi Butler, Annika Cave, Michaela Turner-Wallace, Romata Toa Amoa, Sinead Gilmore-Spence and Ariana Ruru Hinaki complete their squad for Western Australia. As I mentioned, the defending champs, First Nations Gems. We saw them just before in that game against the ADF, winning 4-0. And the squads will come together for what has become a feature at the Harvey Norman Women's Championships. The Gems now 2-1 in the tournament with that win over the ADF. They fell to Victoria yesterday, but had a win over the NT as well. While it is 3 losses for the ADF. Well, Western Australia yesterday, 16-0 winners over the ADF in their only game. So they will be relatively fresh. And we'll see New South Wales Country and WA next. That is the game. And it's proving mouth-watering, given both were probably the shining lights in this competition. But the Gems, have to mention them as well. They're 2-3. They were in the finals with WA last year. So this is a rematch from the decider in the Open Women's last time around. So already the blockbusters coming on just day 2 of the tournament. So 20 minutes on the clock. They had to go to Golden Point last time they met. I hope you're enjoying it. Wherever you're tuning in what is a massive day, day 2, 9 games again. About to begin game number 2 in the Open Women's competition. WA perfect so far. The First Nations Gems 2 from 3 underway. Ford does the honours. It's WA who took out honours over the Gems last year, so a bit of redemption in store perhaps for WA. And a good strong charge from Heather Matto early. And defence, such a feature in that ADF game by the Gems. They do get there in number. 3 of them. Good early touch from Jaria Turner. She was real star for WA yesterday with her and Withers. And you can see WA already making some good metres over halfway in their first set. They did score with their first touch in that game yesterday against the ADF. Claire at dummy half. I'll spin it to the right. Withers does the kicking. It's an early test for the Gems. Davies has to contend with it and does it well. Under some strong pressure. WA, whatever is in the pre-match address, it has an effect because they do love to explode out of the blocks. Davis Welsh getting involved. Want to see that more from the fullback. Ingram gets them out over the 40. Hardly saw handling errors in our first game from either side. And what about the hands there from Ford? It was down at the ankles, but she caught it well. And a good kick to turn around WA. Ellie Warren runs it back. Both can bring the points. 2 minutes in, they're bringing some strong hits. Withu short for Matto again. Another strong run from her. Getting some work early. Turner shows it to the line. Making some strong meters, rolling forward is his WA side. Turner now to the line again. Short ball for Hira Harangi, try scorer yesterday. Takes 3 to pull her down. Looks to play it. A couple of gems lying in the play of the ball, making life difficult. Stevens kick. Turns around Davies and bounces the ball. Sits up nicely for her. She herself got on the try-scoring list yesterday as well for the Gems. Both coaches will be pleased with this start. Mistake-free to now. WA making it hard for the Gems early, having to fight out of their own end. Chester gets to the 30. Slow to play it. Now Ingram turns ball player. Last tackle now. I'll look for a clean kick here with Ford. Again, the option. Down the throat of Alex King. Is a feature of the Gems, is Ford's kicking game. Better exponents of it in this Harvey Norman Women's Championship. And the rematch of last year's final, living up to expectations in the first 4 minutes. Of course, just 1 20-minute period for this game as Sadler plays it. Want to see some clean ball for the likes of Hira Harangi and Jaria Turner. Here she is on the board, the number 6 for WA, and as I say that, she pushes the pass. Bit of heat on it for Heather Matteau. Gems have possession again. Coco to play it. Forward to the line, turns it inside to Shanti Evans. Now Ingram, bit of ball play from the First Nations Gems as they fight over halfway. First quarter of this one done. No points as yet. Walker into dummy half. Mailata. Good charge from her. Chester. Impressed by her work so far in this tournament. Go to Ford again. Little chip in behind it. Will sit up here for Warren. She does it well and she's monstered by a couple of Gems players, led by Chester. Defence really cornerstone of what the Gems have done, particularly today. It was so influential in that ADF game. And here, see them 3, getting numbers in the tackles again, making life difficult as WA try and fight out of their own end. 2 of the contenders in the open women's. These 2. Turner. Had to juggle it. We had just one handling error in our opening game. Yet to see one in this. Withers as they throw the footy around. WA trying to stretch the Gems. Will work out for them. Sullivan Togo. In fact, it's Swanell. Gets their opposite number. And was the last, so they'll have to turn it over as they got a bit expansive. Just joining us, game 2 in the Harvey Norman Women's Championships. Open women's competition, the First Nations Gems in Western Australia. WA are defending champions. Rematch of the final from last year. Neither affecting the scoreboard to now. Coco looks to get an offload. Good one as well. Olivia Ingram. Do have good second phase. Do the Gems. Mailata plays it. First real look for them at this part of the field for WA. Cut out ball from Shanti Evans. It's a good one. Sullivan Togo She was the match winner in that game we just saw against the ADF, but under lock and key here from WA. To really see Mosby run out of dummy half as Evans goes into first receiver. Mailata. That's the last. So that's where you want the halves. Brodie Ingram and Rebecca Ford screaming for the footy and commanding things, unlike the First Nations Gems. This one well and truly in the balance. The edge towards second part of this game. Just one 20-minute period, of course. For those unfamiliar, WA in action again after this one against New South Wales Country, who really impressed yesterday with their performance. WA put it through the hands. Good one-on-one tackle, though. The fullback, Brandy Davis-Welsh, getting up in the line and helping out. Well, there could have been a knock-on in the play of the ball, but turned away. Turner takes it to the line. Saw her work yesterday. Nice offload too to Turner Wallace. Still fighting hard. Still not tackled. They're still alive. Ravatudi. Oh, out the front of Tian Barnett. She can't reel it in. So fatigue potentially setting in. The Gems, of course, playing 20 minutes already against the ADF. Just see that defensive work. Perhaps starting to tire and allow WA to get the ball free. Just trying to work out where we're restarting from. Set now, so First Nations Gems have to work out of their own half once more. Either side really a shot inside their opposition 20. In the balance, good cut-out ball though. Chance for Sullivan Togo. Well handled though by Tian Barnett. Do have some strike out wide and hope Sullivan Togo's okay. A little slow getting up. Muka. Pressed yesterday on day one. A little quiet in this one against WA. Mosby out of dummy half. So we've played 10 minutes. 10 to go, no points as yet. Ford into the line, cut out ball. Dealt with by Sadler, and that's a knock on. So the first time we see the Gems put some passes together. They unfortunately spill the beans. Reminder of what's to come. The First Nations Gems are in action in our opening game. WA will remain on field at the conclusion of this. Take on New South Wales Country. Well, they're saying the touch came from WA in trying to make the interception. So take back my criticism of the Gems. They'll have the footy again. Ford's at the base of the scrum. Shanti Evans finds Sadler. Lining up well. This is their best chance for points, the Gems. Mention the redemption they want. WA defeating them in the final. They went to Golden Point last time. It's just as close here. Muka. 20 out from the line. Mosby from dummy half. He's his first points coming the way of the First Nations Gems. WA defence standing up to now. Ford takes it to the line. They can see it, just a metre from it. Line up to the left, they go short side to the right. Bailey Davies puts it on the toe, it'll sit up here. Well done from WA though. Read it superbly. So 8 minutes remaining. First points we still wait for. This is where WA have started a lot of their sets. Sadly seen the likes of Jareer Turner on the ball. Swanell, monstered by Sullivan Togo. Lost the jersey as well. It is physical stuff out there. Defence doing its job. Credit the Gems. They've already played one game this morning, which was a tough physical encounter. Turner doing the kicking. Turning around. Brandy Davis, well, she's potential X factor that can win this game for the Gems, and in the context of final places in the Open Women's, this game could prove crucial. Gems already lost yesterday to Victoria, who we'll see later this morning. And if you need a reminder, there's no golden point in these pool games. So finals we do, but not in pool matches. So will remain a draw if it stays level. We've still got time though, 6.5 minutes remaining. Thrilling start on day 2 here on NRL.com. Look at a dummy half. Shanti Evans turning ball player now. Mailata. Last tackle now. Put it through the hands last time out. Ford just hangs it in the air. This is a test for WA. Well read though by Stevens. Fighting back all the way. Almost to the 40. Just the moment for WA to take this game by the scruff of the neck and show their class as defending champions. Not having it their own way. So the final 6 minutes. Pomare kick in behind by Withhughes. Intelligent. There's no one back there for the Gems. It might sit up for them. No support coming. It would still be the last. In the end, out over the sideline and comes to nothing for WA, but no one at the back for the Gems, nearly paying the price. So the Gems try to win it. 5 minutes remaining. Grand final rematch. Knock on. That could be a massive moment to reflect on for the Gems. They hand it full set to WA. 20 out from their own line. Here's the defense of WA. And just as she played it. Yeah, just a scrappy play the ball. Not playing it correctly. How crucial that could prove in 4.5 minutes. First time we've seen WA down here. Turner. Here Harangi, try scorer yesterday. Has Barnett outside her. Is this the moment for WA? Good defence. 1-on-1 by the Gems. Sullivan Togo. Shanti Evans there. Turner Wallace tackled. 10 out from the line. Huge moment in this game. Pomare to dummy half. Here is Hira Harangi. Dangerous. A metre from the line. First Nations Gems holding up. Turner Wallace. Turner. Oh, they've put it down. That was their moment. Gems breathe a sigh of relief. 3.5 minutes remain. Do they start thinking drop goal potentially? Long way to go to get in that distance though. Ford is one of the better kickers on display at the Women's National Championships. Going for a 1-on-1 strip there. They've done it. WA, great work. Well, there is 2 in the tackle. This is a decision. Well, WA, they're saying a 1-on-1 strip. Brilliant work in the end by Pomare. How crucial could that prove? Full set again. Ravatuti. Strong charge from her. Full complement. Turner takes it to the line. Here Harangi. She's the danger for WA. Sullivan Togo doing her best to prevent her charge forward. Gems just holding on. Turner holds it, takes it to the line. There's a mistake there, forward pass. The Gems will celebrate. Are we destined for the first draw? And in fact, a scoreless one at that. The Harvey Norman Women's Champs. Still time for either to snatch victory. Gems will have to do it. From outside their own 10. Well, this Open Women's final rematch from last year. It's lived up to the hype to now, and New South Wales country hotly contenders for this time. They're in action next against WA. So finals on Sunday. We're getting perhaps an early look at the top contenders today. It's felt like a final, this one. Gripping stuff. .90 seconds remain. Can either side snatch victory, or are we destined for a draw? Reminder, no golden point in these pool matches. A penalty is going to help the cause. I'll take the tap through forward. Like Coco. Charging over halfway. Fingernails getting short. Around Bob Singh Oval. 10 stuff. Game well and truly on the line. In the context of this Open Women's Championship. Victory crucially important, given the Gems dropped the game to Victoria yesterday. WA 1 from 1 so far. Still 30 seconds left. Despite what it's saying on our screens. Mooka at dummy half. They'll look to Ford. Is she thinking the 1 point? She is. Settles nicely. Chance for Ford. Good connection, but under the crossbar. Well set up from the Gens, but we may be destined for our first draw. WA are going to run out of time. We'll only have one tackle, you feel. Hooter about to sound. There it is. Well, a grand final rematch from last year. It lived up to expectations. The Gems had a chance to win it. Rebecca Ford took the shot at drop goal. It went agonisingly wide. And we have our first draw of the tournament. And a scoreless one at that.